Hey guys, welcome back to Real Reviews in a Snap. I'm Barbie. Today I'm bringing you a product that I never thought I would ever need, and I didn't even really know that it existed. Let me give you a little backstory about what happened. My daughter and I, when we're out and about, we'll go to the SPCA or animal control, and we'll just spend time with the animals, loving them and petting them and walking them whenever we have time to do it. And I already had 4 dogs in my house, so it wasn't like I was looking for a dog. And then this happened. So yeah, we pull up, and right in front of my car are the outside pens. And this little guy that you just saw was out in the pen with another dog. And it was extremely hot. There was no water in the bowl, and they were panting heavily. Um, Sorry about that. That was my phone. He was panting heavily, and we walked up and left on a little bit, and then went inside and asked the volunteers if they were going to get him some water. And every time we go in the back room. It's the room where they put the ones that are going to be euthanized. Usually for no fault of their own, other than the shelter just doesn't have any room for them. But anyway, when you go into the back room, you have to be escorted. And I passed several cages, and I got up to one that had 2 dogs in it, and one was the same type of dog as the one out front that I had noticed, but it had totally different markings. So anyway, I didn't need another dog, and the girl was telling me, oh, well, this is the brother to the one outside. I called my husband. Honey, I'm at the SPCA. Okay, what are you bringing home? I learned to find out that the one outside and his brother were Tibetan Terriers. And they were owner surrenders because they barked. They were 3 years old. They kept them for 3 years and surrendered them to animal control because they barked. Speechless. Just speechless. I don't know how you can have an animal and just get rid of it like that. I don't get it. Anyway, I ended up adopting one of the brothers, the one outside, Bear, the black one, or grayish black. And we paid an extra $50 to sponsor his brother so that they would move him up into Bear's cage, and he would have access to people seeing him. People would have access to seeing him, as to not going in the back. Because most people don't even know that room exists. But it exists at every single shelter you go into. There's a back room, I promise. So the guy that did the microchipping wasn't there on the day that we went and we adopted Bear. So we had to bring him back the next day to get microchipped. And I found out that his brother was still in the back. And they had not moved him to the front. And I asked why, and they said that he was nipping at people anytime they would get near his brother. And I'm like, wait a minute. He wasn't even in the pen with his brother. His brother was out front, and you have him in here with another dog that he doesn't even know, and he's doing just fine. So, needless to say, honey, my intention was to adopt his brother, which we named him Max. The intention was to adopt him, bring him home, find out what his temperament was, and find him a good home. Well, I brought him home, And as soon as I opened the door, Bear was like, they were so happy to see each other. Just, it was, and even to this day, they are on top of each other, licking each other, cleaning each other. It's just adorable, really adorable. But anyway, Max, the white and brown one, who I'll show you a picture of in a minute, we had him for a good 2-3 weeks, and just out of the blue one day, well, actually before this happened, he started pooping in the house, and we knew it was him because I'd go, come here, and they would both come, and he would cower down because he knew he did something wrong. And so I'd just go, no potty in the house, go outside. So let's go outside. So, like I said, it was about 2 or 3 weeks we had him, and my daughter-in-law and her husband live with us, and she was babysitting her little niece who's just 2 years old. And Max jumped at her like he was going to bite her. And I don't hit animals. I don't like choker collars. I don't like kenneling. But I had to do something because, I mean, my husband was like, babe, we got to get rid of him. We can't have him doing that. And I'm like, what do I do? If I put him up for adoption to somebody, I have to tell him that he has temperament issues, and they're not going to want him. If I take him back to the SPCA, he was already on death row. If I take him back, I have to tell him the truth that he leaped at a child and was going to bite that child, and automatically that would have been an automatic death sentence. So I'm like, I'm not. No, we're going to figure this out. If I have to resort to a shock collar, I will, but I didn't want to. So I'm doing my due diligence, and I came across, it's called Behavior Correction Spray. I don't know if you, oh yeah, there you go. Behavior Correction Spray. I got this at PetSmart. It's made by Sentry and also by Vetscription, and it's called Pet Stop. But it's all the same product. So the next time he went to potty in the house, I made him come to where it was, and he cowed down, and I sprayed this over his head. You're not supposed to spray it on them or in their face or anything like that. It makes a really loud, powerful sound, and you'll hear it in just a minute. And it also sprays out a pheromone that smells to us, to humans, like lavender and like a woodsy kind of smell. But to the dog, it smells like they just got sprayed with skunk spray. So, potted in the house, sprayed it over his head. Never had a problem. No more pottying in the house. No more pottying in the house. Baby comes over. He goes right for her, and I grabbed it, and I sprayed it, and I'm fixing to spray it. I sprayed it right over his head, just like this. That's loud, and it lets off a really bad pheromone. I'm going to spray it one more time because it's so loud. You only need to spray it once. No more biting. No attempting to bite. I don't even have to pick this bottle up. I keep it near me just in case. All I have to do, when I spray it over his head, I say, ah, Max, stop it. So now, rather than this, he got used to me saying, ah, Max, stop it, and knew that if I said that and he didn't stop it, this was going to happen. I don't know who came up with the idea, but you are freaking amazing for doing it, because I was at my wit's end. My husband was trying his darndest to get me to return the dog. He loves him, don't get me wrong, but he's like, we can't have him biting anybody. And it's funny now because this is what happened after like a week. Yeah, so that happened. I went to bed early that night, and I was laying in bed watching TV, and my husband sent me that picture of Max and Bear together on his lap. And all it said was, his text message read, okay. I'm like, okay, what? I texted him back, okay, what? He texted me back, okay. And it's the picture of Max and Bear sitting in his lap. And I'm like, so finally I'm like, okay, what? Yelling at him because he was in the living room. And he texts us back and he says, I guess he can stay. So now we have 6 dogs in the house. Like, we really need another one. Oh, it's ridiculous. But if it wasn't for this, I don't know what Max's outcome would have been. I really don't. I couldn't just like adopt him out to somebody and not tell him that he is antsy around children. You know, he does try to bite around children. Even if they didn't have children. I mean, I didn't know him well enough. I only had him for like 2 weeks before the problem started. So I really didn't know what the full extent of it was. But we were able to nip the potting in the house and the biting issue in the bud with this stuff. So I think it's like $9 or $10. I got this one online at PetSmart, and the other two I think I ordered off of eBay. And it works. It works for me anyways. It works for my dogs. Like I said, I don't like shock collars. I don't like the choke collars. I don't like kenneling if I don't have to. I have used those types of behavioral modification items, but I don't like to. And I was just like in a panic to find something that was going to work. And I was just so shocked to see how well that worked. So anyway, I'd run out and get it if you have a dog or know someone that has a dog that has behavior problems, that continually goes to the potty in the house, or is aggressive towards children or other dogs or cats or whatever. This is worth a shot. I mean, it's not a whole lot of money, and it lasts a really long time. I've sprayed it twice, and the bottle's completely full. It still has a lot of power when it sprays out, and it makes that huge sound, and then it also lets out that pheromone, which smells to high heaven to them, but it smells kind of like lavender and woods to us. So, having said that, have a great day. We love you guys. Keep watching. We've got plenty of promos and giveaways coming up, and I'm really super excited about being back online and doing more reviews. Have a great day, and God bless.